Today we'll see the differences between traditional business and e-business. Number one, formation. Traditional business difficult to form, and e-business easy to form. As we know, traditional business is quite difficult to form as we need to take a office, you need to put up stock there, you need to employ some staff or workers there. So it is quite difficult to form the traditional form of business, but e-business can be started quite easily. Next is physical presence. In traditional business, it is necessary to have a physical presence, but in e-business, it does not have any physical presence. E-business does not have any physical presence. Next is cost of setting up. In traditional business, the cost of setting up is more. As I already told you, you need to have furniture, you need to have an office, you need to have workers there. But in e-business, the operating cost is low. So the more reliance is on network relationships rather than the ownership of resources. We have more reliance on the network and less on the ownership of the resources. Next is nature of contact with the suppliers and the customers. In traditional business, we need to have a direct or indirect contact through the suppliers and the customers, either through middlemen or we have to have a direct contact with them. But in e-business, there is direct interaction between the suppliers and the customers. Next is response time for meeting customers' internal requirements. So the response time in traditional business is quite long. If you have any problem, if you have any queries, if you have any questions regarding the product, the size of the product, nature of the product, quality of the product, or anything else, the response time will be quite long in traditional business. You need to communicate your grievances, your problems to the supplier or to the customer. In that case, the response will be provided a bit later. But in e-business, instantaneous reply and instantaneous response can be given to all the queries. Next is business processes and length of the cycle. In traditional business, it is sequential. The products, the raw materials will be purchased. If it is a production house, then raw material will be purchased. It will be converted into finished goods after processing. The finished goods will be transferred to the stock department. The stock department will be selling it. The marketing of the products will be done. It will be sold, and then the feedback of the customers will be received. But in e-business, it is quite concurrent. As we got the order, and then and there, the business process is completed. We'll sell the goods, we'll transfer the goods to the customer then and there. So it is concurrent in the nature of e-business. Next is location of requirements. Next is nearness to source of raw materials or markets. In traditional business, we must have the source of raw materials near to our traditional business house. But in e-business, we don't need such requirements. Next is government support. In traditional business, the government support is declining. The government is withdrawing its support or not focusing more towards the traditional business houses. But in case of e-business, we have high government support nowadays. Next is nature of internal communication. In traditional business, it involves a hierarchical flow of communication. Whatever message is there, the top level management of the company or the business house will transfer it to the middle level, then it will go from the middle level to the low level, then to the workers. So there is a hierarchy of the flow of information. But in case of e-business, there is no hierarchy. It allows direct communication, vertical communication, horizontal communication, and diagonal communication. Now what is horizontal, what is vertical, what is diagonal? Horizontal means, suppose the manager of one department can directly communicate to the manager of other department. He don't need to convey the message to the head of the company or head of the business. Then the head of the business will transfer the message to the other department. But the manager of one department can directly contact to the manager of other department. This is horizontal communication. Now vertical, even the worker can directly communicate to the CEO. The worker don't need to go to the supervisor to the assistant manager to manager to CEO, and CEO to the director. This much long process doesn't need to be followed. The hierarchy is not to be followed in e-business. The worker or the supervisor can directly contact to the CEO or to the director also. Also diagonal, the manager of one department can talk to the supervisor of another department. He does not need to talk to the same rank officer of other department. A manager of department A or the manager of the production department can directly communicate something to the supervisor of the sales department. So this is a diagonal communication. So communication can be done in any manner in a business. Next is transaction risk. There is less risk in traditional business because there is face-to-face contact. You can see, you can have contact with the customer, you can see the product by your eyes, you can touch the product, you can check it very carefully. But in e-business, the risk is a bit higher as compared to traditional business. Next is global reach. Less in traditional business because traditionally the shops and the business houses with physical existence cannot reach all over the globe, but e-business, the global reach in e-business is quite high as cyberspace has no boundaries. There is no boundary for the cyberspace. You can communicate, you can get in touch with the whole of the world. If you have the capacity of running a business all over the world, you can do so also. So these were the differences we have. Also we have few more points here. Next, the opportunity for physical pre-sampling of the products. Wide. We can get the samples of the product in traditional business but not in the e-business. Sampling is quite difficult in e-business. Next is opportunity for interpersonal touch. Interpersonal touch can be done in physical business or traditional business, but in e-business there is very low chance of interpersonal touch. Next is type of staff required. In case of traditional business, we need semi-skilled staff. We don't need very highly skilled staff, but in case of e-business, we need highly skilled staff to operate with the technological equipments. We need the staff which is very highly skilled. So we have seen the differences between the traditional business and e-business. Now let us see the benefits of e-business also. There are only 5 points here in the benefits of e-business. Number one is ease of formation and lower investment requirement, as I've already discussed in differences. Ease of formation. The formation of e-business is quite easy. Less formalities are there, and also there is less investment. We don't need to get an office compulsorily. We don't need to have furniture there. We don't need to have own resources there. So less investment is needed. Next is convenience. Internet offers the convenience of 24 hours into 7 days a week. Business, we can continue our business even in holidays, at night, at day, at any time, at anywhere. So convenience is much more available in e-business. So this is also a benefit of e-business. Next is speed. The buying and selling of goods and services, or the exchange of goods and services, is very highly instantaneous in case of e-business. The transactions can be done with a high speed. Just on a click of mouse you can buy something, just on a click of mouse you can sell something. So there is very high speed in e-business. Next is global reach or access. We can sell the things or goods over the globe. There is no limit or no boundary of our business when we go for e-business. E-business has